Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to bring you this new video today. It's actually a video that has been requested multiple times and I'm so excited to finally have the opportunity to be able to do it. I am Sierra CC, or better known as the Chic and Savvy Belle, and I am basically here to just share my weight loss journey. I had vertical sleeve gastrectomy February 6, 2018, and if you go back through all of my videos, I've documented what I feel is pretty much the most important parts of the journey, which is really the beginning. You know, the things that happen to you initially after surgery, because once you've gotten a pretty good handle on it, some of the things that people talk about later in the journey are things that you occur later in the journey. So at this point, I'm really I'm going to be 6 months post-op on next Tuesday, so I'm preparing for that, and I'm super excited about it. But today I wanted to focus on a video that is just, I'm gonna say, maybe one of the most highly requested or highly asked, frequently asked questions that I get. So today's video is gonna be about loose skin. I think when people start researching weight loss surgery, the first thing they think about is how's their body gonna respond to, you know, losing the weight so rapidly. And quite frankly, for me, at least, just for me, when I first started researching, I didn't really care about the loose skin, to be honest, because I was so fed up with how I had let my body go at that point that I would rather have loose skin than be the weight that I was or be as uncomfortable as I was. So for me, every time I would come across a video that was about loose skin or information that was about loose skin, it really didn't catch my attention. But being in this journey now, I can see now that it's something that very, very few people overlook. It's very popular. It's one of the most frequently asked questions. So I wanted to go ahead and let you guys see how my body responded to losing the weight that I've lost so far. And you know, at the end of the day, I do believe that genetics play a role in everybody's body type. Your muscle tone and your muscle density takes a major toll in how your body responds as well. And also some of the foods that you eat can play a role too. So for me, I think that I've always had a pretty solid kind of muscular toned body, but it just had a whole lot of excess fat and weight on top of it. I've always been pretty athletic and pretty strong, but over the years, as I gained more weight, you know, my body started becoming sedentary, and it just, you know, the muscle mass wasn't as strong and as powerful anymore. So what I think people need to first think about when it comes to, you know, comparing their body to the next person is you have to also take into account, what is your body type? You know, like, have you ever been muscular? Do you have like muscle tone? Like, you know, you have to evaluate your body, and then you kind of take whatever it is that you've learned or whatever you viewed, and you kind of take it with a little bit of a grain of salt, because everybody's body responds differently. So I don't want to do too much chatting. I just want to go ahead and like show you guys, because I know, you know, when I was researching, I just wanted to really see. Like, I didn't want to so much listen. I wanted to see things, and I wanted to have visuals and things to compare and things to, you know, look forward to. So I want to go ahead and give that to you guys today. So what I did was I made some videos, and I'm gonna basically just kind of express what's going on in the video, to really give you like a thorough explanation of where my body is in each part of it that I'm expressing. So we're gonna start with the upper body, because the upper body is, I feel, one of the parts of the body that starts to lose the weight the fastest and first. So I think people start losing weight in their face first, and then it starts traveling down and probably also up from the bottom. I think we lose weight from the outside in versus the inside out, if that makes sense. So belly fat is usually like, it takes longer. That's the center of our body. That's where we hold most of our weight. But the top and the bottom of the body starts to kind of like, almost like suck itself to the middle, if that makes sense. So my arms have always been big. I have have, even when I was my smallest, I've always had large arms. My family just has large arms. So for me, I knew going into this that I was not going to have these beautifully toned arms. I knew that I was going to have excess skin in my arms because I already had it, and I was over 300 pounds. So if I was filled at that weight and I was, you know, my skin was fully capacitated, like I was full of fat, y'all. Like my skin was so tight because I had so much weight on me that now I'm looking back and I'm like, oh my god, like that's why my stomach was so tight you could barely see my stretch marks, because I had so much weight on me. Like it wasn't that I had good skin, it was you just couldn't see them because it was being stretched to capacity in a sense. So with my arms, I have the underarm excess that everybody, you know, experiences at some point in their life, but I also have really good muscle mass. During my first 6 months, I really did focus a lot more on cardio, but I would do a little bit of strength training here and there, and I would never do anything heavy strength training. It was always, you know, lightweight, high repetition, just something to kind of get my muscles in motion. And I do think that my genetics have played a role because, like I said, I've always been muscular, and I've always had more of a stronger body type. So I think that's played a role in the arms that I currently have, and my little bat wings that I have. You know, I'm not really worried about it, because at the end of the day, for me, guys, I really care more about my health on this journey. Like, yes, I do want to feel and look good and, you know, just exude body positivity and exude self-love, but at the end of the day, it really is about my health. And as long as this body gets to a point where it is strong and it is healthy, I am good to go. Everything else will come. You know, it's like I'm not looking for any attention from anyone. I'm just really trying to live my healthiest, best life, and, you know, whatever that looks like in the end, I'm okay with whatever that looks like. So that's the arms. So next, I'll go ahead and talk about the sides, the bra line, like the side boob kind of area. So under my arms and the flanks, I think they're called the flanks, that area. Anywho, whatever that area is called, I am no medical professional, guys, okay? Like, that's not my thing. I'm not her. I'm not medical. I'm not a medical girl. But I feel like I almost knew this was going to also be an area that I was going to have to work on, because it was already folding over my bra line when I was at my highest weight. So right now it's really soft, it doesn't bother me, but it is loose skin. Now there are tons of workouts that I will start doing to start kind of tightening it up and working the muscles that's under this fat, so that'll probably help it to shrink a little more, and we'll see what happens. So in 6 months, I'm excited to kind of see where my muscle mass goes and grows, because, you know, that's going to help me to burn this excess fat and hopefully tighten and tone up a little bit more. So next, we're going to talk about my back. So, oh, actually, my boobs, like a lot of people ask, do you lose your boobs? Yes, I did lose a lot of the fluff, I guess you would say, in the fat in my boobs. I did lose that, but my breasts are still very large and they're still really full. I still have cleavage. They're not like uber saggy or anything like that. I do invest in really good bras. I always have, so that may be playing a role. And then I don't know about other women, but I pretty much have always like preferred to sleep in my bra. So maybe that helped my skin to not like sag or the gravity take over. I don't know, but for years I slept in my bra. I didn't stop sleeping in my bra until probably like the last year or two, I don't know, but I still occasionally will keep on a compression type of bra because I just prefer it. So no, my boobs, I don't have a lot of excess skin yet in them. Maybe I will in the next 6 months, but right now they're doing pretty good in my opinion. So yeah, so let's go to the back. So my back is really good, guys. I don't really have any excess skin. The only thing I have are those side little flank areas that are from, you know, my front boob extra underarm kind of area. But other than that, like, I don't have any extra skin in my back. My back is actually pretty firm and it feels good, it feels strong, so I think my back is pretty good. All right, so next we're going to talk about the midsection. The midsection is probably one of the most misleading areas of the body. Depending on what you're wearing, you could conceal your belly area. And it's so funny because I get so many comments of people asking, how did you get your stomach so flat and you don't have any stomach anymore and blah blah blah. And I'm like, no guys, yes I do. Like, I do. Like, the way my stomach was built and the way that I'm built, I've always had that lower pooch area. Like, even when my stomach was flat, it would always stick out at the lower pooch. And I knew after I had my son that was just gonna be a part of my anatomy, because it gravity took over, and it's just that's my shape, that's how it's shaped. So my goal right now is to start really focusing on my lower abdomen area, you know, start strengthening my core, and eventually I do believe that it'll start going down, but I will always have this pooch, guys. Now when I wear clothes, it'll flatten out because it's gonna be just like skin, but I do think that when I get to my target weight and my goal weight, I will probably be someone that'll need maybe a belly, I'm sorry, need a tummy tuck. And, you know, if it's something that bothers me enough, I'll look into it. But I don't know if it'll be something that bothers me, because I'm really okay with the skin as of, like, I'm okay with it as long as it's not harming me or causing any like bacteria infections or anything like that. I think I'll be fine. But we'll just, you know, we'll wait and see till that time, and, you know, if I have to, I'll go ahead and take care of it. But, you know, I prefer to just kind of keep it as natural as it is, and just, you know, wear the right clothes to complement my body if necessary. So yeah, so my belly area, it definitely has excess skin. It's still got a lot of fat. I just wear the right clothes to complement my body type, and I try to you know, just eat the right things, to be honest. Like, I really do focus on foods that are good for cutting belly fat. So that's something that I would recommend, making sure you do your research and sticking to items that help you to keep your belly fat low or keep reducing it. So next we'll talk about the legs. So my legs are really, I have really thick thighs. I've always had big leg, like thighs, hips, butt, legs, thighs, all that. I've always had that. So I'm happy that my weight is evenly distributed in a sense, and that, you know, I do want to keep my curves if I can, and if not, that's fine too. But as of now, my thighs have gone down a lot, but they are still curvy, they are still thick. I do have decent muscle mass in my quad area, but the inner thigh, which once again I knew was going to be a problem, because it was I already had like that jiggly inner thigh area when I had my high weight, when I was at my high weight. So I already expected to have that excess skin in the middle. So during this first 6 months, I was using the machines, the hip abductor, I believe is what it's called, where you open your legs and close your legs, and there's one for the outer thigh and one for the inner. I have been using those every now and then, just to try to use those muscles in my inner thigh to try to tone up a little bit, but I don't know if it's done anything or not. So I'm not really gonna say it worked or it didn't work, but it probably helped a little bit at some point. But nonetheless, the inner thigh is very jiggly. There's a lot of fat in there, but it does not prevent me from wearing shorts. It does not prevent me from feeling confident and beautiful in my skin. It's just a part of the journey, guys. And, you know, I think having a strong mindset when you go into weight loss surgery is so important. And I'm so grateful that I have always been a very strong-minded person, which is why I knew going to Mexico was okay for me. You know, some people, that requirement when you go through insurance, some people really do need that. Some people need that because it's really a mental journey. It really is. So thankfully, I'm just a person that was able to support my own mindset and to encourage myself enough to know that I'm beautiful, and I'm beautiful in my own skin, and to not let the cons of weight loss surgery, you know, kind of, I guess, negate the pros in a sense, because there are very few cons in my opinion, and one of them is loose skin, and it doesn't bother me one bit, like, at all. So make sure, if you are considering this and you think that if you have loose skin it's gonna make you feel differently about your body and make you feel insecure or any of that, make sure that, you know, you do follow through with going to see, you know, the psychologist, or going to do whatever it is you feel you need to have as far as support in your mind, because once it happens, it happens. There's really nothing you can do about it. And then the next thing you're going to be looking into is going to be skin removal surgery, which is another, you know, mental journey, another physical journey, another surgery. So, you know, if you can find it in your mind to be strong enough to love and embrace the body that you're going to have, then I think you'll be just fine. And, you know, at the end of the day, your new body is probably going to be 10 times better than your old body because you're healthier. And that's what this journey is really about. It's about becoming your best self and becoming healthy and becoming, you know, whoever it is that you have always dreamed you'd be when it comes down to your health and the strength of your body. So, well, you know, at least that's how I look at it. So, anywho, so yeah, so I think that is it, right? Arms, midsection, legs. So if there are any other questions that you may have about loose skin, or anything that you can do to maybe help it, let me know. I will say this, I can't say for sure if it works or it doesn't work because I don't know any different, but I do use Jergens skin firming lotion on my arms, underarm. I rub it on this part of my arms every single night after I shower. Here, I rub it all over my entire belly, and I rub it all over my upper inner thighs. So I put that Jergens skin firming lotion on faithfully every single night. And clearly, I mean, I still have loose skin, but you know, maybe it's kept the elasticity of my skin better than maybe what it would have been. I don't know. I can't say because I didn't do a study that allowed me to know if it worked versus it not working, because I always use it. So, you know, I would just say, you know, anything helps, I guess. So if you have the opportunity to make it a part of your nightly regimen, then go ahead and add it in. My skin feels amazing. It's very soft, and you know, I don't know, I mean, it could be working and it could not, but in my mind I feel like it's helping me, so I'm just going to continue to use it. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it, guys. So let me know if you like this video, and also, you know, continue to let me know what it is you guys want to know and things that I can do to help you in this journey. I do think that getting your mind in the right place is the most important, and everything else will follow, guys. Like, everything else is gonna follow. So the next thing that I think I'm gonna go ahead and go over at some point is gonna be the vitamins that I take and that I took early on in my journey that I felt helped me. I hear a lot of people talk about not having a lot of energy after surgery, and that's one of the things I never ever experienced. And I want to say it may have had a lot to do with the particular regimen of vitamins that I was using when I was, you know, 1 to 3 months post-op. So I'll go ahead and start working on that and get that out to you guys. So you know, that's something that could hopefully help someone make a decision as far as what it is that they need going forward, or maybe you guys just want to try it out and see how it works for you. There's so many different options, there's so many different vitamins out there, there's so many different things you could do to get your nutrient value. So, you know, the more the merrier. The more information, the better. And you just have to find what works for you. That's really all. You just have to focus on what works for you. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. And be sure to let me know in the comments if you know there was anything that I missed or anything that you want to know or see. Just let me know, because I am here. All right, till soon.